The sixth trend is global pestilences. Jesus talks about a fact that the beasts of the earth are going to, and these plagues are going to be killing huge numbers of people. If you read Revelation, it keeps saying, a fourth and a third and a quarter and all this, and it just talks about these massive amounts of people. Global pestilences. Kind of like the Black Death of the 14th century, only around the world. And now scientists are starting to talk about that. The HN51 virus, they call it bird flu, that is very similar to the 1918 Spanish flu that killed hundreds of thousands and millions of people. I mean, they made mass graves. In fact, that's how they're getting the strain and the DNA from it, because they buried people up in Alaska in the permafrost. And those people have been on ice all that time, and they're going up there in the military bases and extracting. The bodies are still there. They're extracting the DNA, and they're finding that what killed millions in 1918, the same type of disease is now replicating and going through and transmitting around the poultry farms and the pig farms of China and the Southeast Asia. And as soon as that thing makes the jump to humans, now every so often we get a little blip, somebody dies in Vietnam and Indonesia, a couple here and a dozen there, but it hasn't yet made the jump massively like the Spanish flu did in 1918. But unsaved people are saying we're coming to the verge of another global epidemic, a killing millions type of flu that's going to spread. And the Lord talked about that. That's the sign of global pestilences. And then there's what I've mentioned several times, the seventh trend is this digitalization of money. Remember, you can't buy or sell in the tribulation without the number. Now, we're all worried about, what it is. But we miss the fact it's a number. That money is reduced to a digit, to digitalization of money. Up until our modern times, it was always commodity-based, that you traded oil and wine for grain and lumber for this and gold for that. Now, is it $62 trillion of derivatives that are out there and CDOs and all this stuff that the whole thing is wiping out Lehman Brothers and everybody else? All this, there's not that much cash around. Those are all numbers, digits that have been built up in our wealth system that is digitalized. And the Bible says that's exactly how the end of the world is, that money will be digitalized, and the